Hey, what's up, everyone? So there's a fresh MindsEye drop on the servers, and I want to walk you through what actually changed and why it matters. Straight up, no fluff. The developers pushed out a new update that's centered around Arcadia content and a big set of fixes and quality of life improvements. And while I won't spam you with version strings more than once, know that this is the patch rolled out as patch 1.01 Forn. First off, the headline feature is more Arcadia content. Think short, sharp, player-focused experiences stitched into the broader MindsEye ecosystem. And this update adds 4 distinct activities with different goals and flavors. A storm-lashed highway time trial that forces you to wrestle with weather and pace, a city lap race where the track itself becomes hazardous and dynamic, an on-rails turret mission that flips the usual driving combat on its head, and a wave-based survival scenario that puts you in the shoes of the preacher against increasingly brutal encounters. Those 4 additions are clearly meant to give both creators and players immediate bite-sized options to hop into and either play or study for inspiration. Alongside the new content, the update is pretty big on combat and systems tweaks. The input for the scan ability was remapped so it's less likely to trigger accidentally. Cover positions were tweaked for better consistency between armed and unarmed states. Aiming behavior across the board got refined so shots feel more deliberate. Companion drone logic was improved, including separate cooldowns for abilities and multiple charges for robot hack. And enemy shotgun ranges were pulled back a bit to make encounters feel fairer. There are also changes to ragdoll and flinch reactions so kills and hits feel more physical and less janky. Basically a focused effort to make firefights read better and feel less random. Vehicle handling and mission flow saw attention too. A number of driving route blockers were removed to smooth out travel. Mission fail conditions and success checks were sharpened so you don't get stuck on sloppy triggers. And certain long driving sequences can now be skipped in places where they previously dragged on. The net effect is to cut down on friction between one gameplay moment and the next. The team is clearly trying to keep momentum moving so players aren't stuck in repetitive mechanical loops. AI and NPC behavior got a noticeable overhaul as well. Enemies are smarter about moving out of cover and transitioning into aim stances. They coordinate better in groups, and nearby AI will react when you damage or otherwise affect other NPCs, including responses to hacked robots. That means stealth and engagement patterns can feel more tactical instead of purely scripted. And it's one of those updates that should reveal itself subtly over multiple sessions. Fights will stop feeling like isolated puzzles and more like small ecosystems reacting to your choices. On the technical side, platform-specific download sizes were listed, with the PC storefronts showing around a 10.6 gigabyte download, while the PlayStation build clocks in much larger, around 22.9 gigabytes. Xbox size was reported as pending at the time of publication. If you're on PC, the Build Arcadia creation tools also received targeted fixes intended to stabilize the creator experience. Fewer accidental inputs, cleaner load screens in build mode, and a handful of UI fixes designed to make the process of assembling and sharing content less error-prone. Those are important because if the creation tools are frustrating, the whole idea of a living, user-driven Arcadia network struggles to scale. It's also worth pointing out that Arcadia is increasingly functioning like a streamed online delivered service within MindsEye. The model depends on creators uploading and curating content that players can then access. And that approach requires a steady backend and robust discovery tools to really sing. Because of that, you'll need a reliable internet connection to access the full range of Arcadia content, and the player experience will be shaped as much by the quantity and quality of creator uploads as by the studio's own mission drops. From an animation and cinematics perspective, the patch knocks down a few level of detail and texture hiccups that could rear up during cutscenes, tightens several animation transitions, and improves the look of certain NPC interactions. Audio saw fixes too. Dialogue glitches and certain environmental audio cues that could loop or cut out were addressed so scenes communicate their intent more clearly. These aren't headline grabbing, but they're the sort of polished touches that quietly raise the perceived quality of a game when they're done across many small corners. Community reaction around this update feels mixed, but cautiously optimistic across forums and news outlets. Some folks are glad to see new Arcadia content and thoughtful combat fixes, while others remain skeptical because of prior rough patches at launch. The overall narrative from the studio is consistent. They're doubling down on user-generated experiences and incremental stability work, but success depends on whether creators embrace the tooling and whether follow-on patches keep ironing out the remaining rough spots. So when you fire this one up, expect a few new missions to jump into. Rebalanced firefights that should feel tighter, smoother driving in missions that previously felt like roadblocks, smarter AI reactions, and a handful of technical fixes across visuals and audio. The creator tools on PC got love too, which is the backbone of Arcadia's promise. That's the full picture. A focused update that stitches new content onto ongoing stability and design work, and it's an update that clearly prioritizes keeping the experience playable while seeding more community-driven gameplay for the future.